Threat intelligence and information sharing is a huge point of emphasis lately as far as sourcing as much publicly and privately available information is available and then incorporating all of that information into your log review methodology. On the surface, that seems like a fairly tall task simply because you're constantly trying to keep up to speed with the latest developments and evolutions in the threat dynamic. So Ron, what should organizations be thinking about when deciding whether or not to bring the functional responsibility of log review in-house versus potentially partnering with subject matter experts like Sage?
So a couple big things stick out right away. One is you've got to have trained staff, right, that are keeping their methodology up to date using current threat intelligence, feeding it into their automation, and then researching, being the security analyst and researching, what that system is telling them by their questions. And knowing the right questions to ask is the most difficult part of that. So if you're doing your own network analysis and only your own, okay, you see your network traffic, you don't really know if this is normal, like internet-wide traffic, or is it just normal to you? Okay, let me give you an example. Everybody likes to talk about zero-day malware, right? Zero-day infections. Well, if we see traffic that we're not sure of in somebody's logs and we compare it to everybody else's, which doing it yourself, you can't do that, right? We compare it to everybody else's and it's not happening anywhere else. Well, that's a lot more suspicious, right, than if it's happening everywhere, right? Because not everybody gets infected with the same 0 day on the first day that it's available, okay? So you've got that aspect of the power of many, right? The power of all this client data. The other thing is, that's also important, is you may have a particular type of firewall. It may or may not be doing a good job of doing malware detection. Okay, there's a couple that have been recently doing very well. Others really don't do well at all, okay? But because we have so many clients that have so many different disparate systems, we have not only that cumulative network activity to compare to, but we also have those alerts, those events that are detecting malware on a specific client that we can then leverage as well and apply that to all of our other clients. So while you may have a firewall that may not really be doing all that well at defending you from internal threats going outside, you still get that benefit. Whereas if you were doing it yourself, you're stuck with your folks using your methodology, applying it to just your network traffic, versus having a company specialized in consuming all of this threat intelligence, making sense of it, and then applying it to a much larger cumulative amount of network traffic. And that really enables you to leverage that power more than just your own staff, your own network traffic, etc.